Greetings, this is Stephen McKenzie. If you want to learn more about me, go to the About page on my YouTube channel. I have all types of different content on this YouTube channel. It's primarily a music and technology channel. Anyway, today we're going to talk about bar chords and some tips about a few different types of bar chords and how to approach them properly and avoid some bad habits. Whenever you're playing guitar, you want to use big muscles as much as possible and not to stress your carpal area here. You don't want to squeeze. And so, like, for example, one drill you can do is to do scales without your thumb. Leave your thumb off the back and do while you're doing scales. And also you want to experiment a bit with the position of your elbow. So in general, you want your wrist to be straight and you want your elbow to be straight down. And you want the weight of your arm to add pressure to stopping the strings. You don't want to squeeze to stop the strings. Now, it's not perfect. You're going to have to do some squeezing, to a certain degree, but you do not want to rely on squeezing to make a bar chord work. So just a nice general shape like this, I'm tuned in D, so I'm not going to play. I'll just play the top part of this. So we're going to look at some chords in D tuning. So this one is from Sarabon and Variations of Handel. And there's this chord that goes from here. And then it's this chord here. It's this D shape on top, barring it. Now, the key to this is to have your fingertip flat at the top. And, people talk about curling and all that, and some of that stuff works, but it's not consistent. What is consistent, though, is to make sure you have those top two strings, because that's what's being barred, is those top two strings. So you don't want to be too far up like this, because that's hurting the rest of the formation. You just want to be right here where you know that the fleshy part of your first finger is stopping the sixth and fifth string. And then to help form this D shape on the top, you want to bring your elbow in towards your body. So this is a bar shape where bringing your elbow in towards your body helps. Okay. And there's other situations in this first part one of this piece that you can apply the same principle. So that's that one. And by the way, when you're playing classical guitar in general, if you're having trouble with some things, you can experiment about your elbow position. Okay. Move your elbow before you start doing this, because you want to try to keep your wrist straight as much as possible. And so you can experiment with your elbow position. Now, I'm going to go to a different bar type. Change guitars because I have different tuning for this one. And this is from the Segovia source studies. It's kind of this well-known series. It's kind of an older book, but there's 20 studies of SOAR as put together by Segovia, okay? And there's number 17. And so I haven't played it for a long time, but I'm probably going to play it wrong here. It's a... that one. So when you get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth line, second measure, you have this chord that goes like this. You're playing the G on top, and you're playing the B here with the second finger, and then you have to reach out and get the B here. Okay, and so I find in my case, what I do is I put this part down first, and here I have to do the opposite. I have to move my elbow out instead of towards the body so that I can reach the pinky to get it reasonably stopped. So I think that's about it. So that one there, this is the stretch that is difficult. So you see how you do that, but I can't do the flat top thing that way. And so I have to move my elbow out a bit. Now everyone's different, but that's just a tip. So in recap, the tips are, when playing classical guitar in general, you want your bigger muscles to work. Like you want your biceps to work whenever possible, or the weight of your arm of the bar chord, just like an A minor, just let the, so I'm hardly squeezing at all. See how lightly you can squeeze and still have a clean bar just by having the weight of your arm go down. And then also experiment with the position of your elbow so that it helps extend your fingers. And it's easier to extend your fingers this way, than this way. So that's something to consider. And I have another video I'm talking about C and G7, where you can point your fingernails at you. But that's in the Giuliani studies. I talk about that. And that's another one of my lessons. So anyway, I think that's going to be it. So that was a pretty short one, but thanks for your attention. If you found this compelling, or any of my videos compelling, please like it and please subscribe. Thanks for your attention.